Hi. So I was going to do one shuffle of the cards before I started this video, but one card already fell out, so I guess we're starting strong. I'm going to get them all laid out. I got to pull this closer. I can't see. I am blind. Okay, this is the card of solitariness. Talks about desert life. I'm just going to lay these cards out just to kind of get a general vibe of what your reading's about. Ooh, okay. I'm getting the vibe. It's coming through. Okay, yep. The vibe has presented itself. Okay, so we've got solitariness, expansion, and discipline. And the alchemical or this is like an alchemic deck. So we've got desert, north, and time. And so I'll start with this one, expansion. It talks about pointing towards your true north. When I look at all of these cards together, I see a person who is ready and working towards being their true authentic self. I think that there's some concerns about having to go through it alone, and those are valid concerns, and maybe you need to change your mindset on that a little bit, because being alone through something is not necessarily the worst. And, you're only ever alone as you allow yourself to be. You can go do your work and then come back out and say, wow, so this happened. And you definitely have a support system in that. But I think it's the things that you want to do. You feel like there's not an immediate person who will do all of those things with you. And so you're kind of at this point where you're like, well, I know that I need to do this for myself. And so you're letting go of that part of yourself that is scared about making that first step by yourself. You're letting go of that part, and you're really, really getting into the discipline part of yourself, the part of yourself that knows how you need to deal with your time, knows how you need to move through your day so that you can start becoming the most authentic version of yourself. This is a really good reading so far. It's got really good bones. I really like that. We've got a lot coming out. A lot that wants to come out. Which makes sense. Like, you've always been a creative person. You've always been someone who has a sense of self-identity in what you want and what you value in life, regardless of what other people have to say. Okay. I pulled this deck for you because I feel like I felt like it, and then the cards were like, yep. Yeah, I feel like there's a part of you that's still kind of really focused on the material world. You're really focused on the house and the car and the doing this and doing that and getting that money, which is not a bad thing. I'm not telling you not to focus on those things. But the cards and the guides are telling me that you would benefit a lot from looking into the energetic side of yourself a lot more, as far as what you want to do for this true north part of yourself, for the most authentic part of yourself. Because over here we've got Star Family, we got Deep Cellular Healing, and we've got the Whale and Orca Elders. So the Whale and Orca card talks about singing your own song and diving deep down into things that you may have buried, and just kind of being willing to take all of this heaviness that you carry and just flow through it, and to work through it, and to allow yourself to be guided as you need to be. And that's going to lead to this deep cellular healing, which is really going to bring out a lot of things that have lingered in your body and in your psyche for a lot of years. Like, that, there's some stuff that's been in there since day one that you really need to get out. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks sometimes. It really does. When you have like 2 weeks where you just cry over everything, like mine, I would just be standing there and I would be happy as I could be, and then my eyes would just start watering. I'm like, and I'm crying, and it's hard because a lot of society has taught us that you have to have a reason to cry. You can't just cry, and that's why so many of us held on to so much of this crap that we wouldn't have had to have held on to, because we were taught that there had to be a reason for us to express ourselves. And so I'm going to tell you that as you're going through this healing process, and as you're trying to find that part of yourself that belongs to the Star family, when you're trying to find that part of yourself that wants to be a part of this team, this energetic team, you're going to have to really trust the process, and you're going to have to trust that it might be weird, it might not be how I feel like it should be, but it's what my body's doing, and it feels right in the end, so I'm going to do it. So it's going to lead to a lot of healing. You got whales and you've got deep cellular healing, and those are both like really, really big shadow work cards to me. Like there's a lot of things that you've kind of been just, if they tried to come up, you would just be like, no, we're not ready for that yet. One thing at a time. Which, I see that attitude. You can't take on more than you can take on. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do it. But those feelings, those thoughts, and those things that need to come out are kind of tired of being put back down. I'm hearing that they're telling you that they're at a point where if you want to go further, you've got to deal with it. You've got to let us come out, Kassidy. Like Yep. There we go. We got enhance and brighten. Yeah. So if you want to enhance and brighten your life, you really, really, really got to get to working with these parts of yourselves that you really haven't wanted to look at lately. And I'm also hearing that it's not going to be as bad as you think it is. You think it's going to be this like really big thing and it's going to just completely change you, and it is. But it's not going to be in the negative way that you think it is. I know that a lot of times we're scared to look at ourselves because we're scared to look at ourselves in our entirety. A lot of us don't want to acknowledge some of the shittier things that we've done and some of the shittier people that we've been, but it's part of it. I always tell people, I say, you're not special, we all suck. It's an inherent human trait to be sucky sometimes, and so don't shy away from that part. If that's what's stopping you, and if that's what's kind of keeping you from wanting to go deeper, don't be scared of that. We all have our demons in our closet, and it's better to learn to live with them than to keep trying to pretend like they're not there, because if you pretend like you're not there, you don't know what they're doing, They could be back there growing and growing and growing, and before you know it, one day they're in the living room and you're in the closet. So, you ever heard the saying, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer? Yeah, that applies to energy work too. Ooh, girl, okay. Love it. I got the root chakra, and I've got the crystal ascension. So, as the cards are telling me, is as I've always believed, you have a really big energetic surplus. You have this really big connection to all things occult, to all things healing, all things loving. It's just been an emotional struggle as far as letting the worldly things get in the way of it. And then, so the crystal ascension card wants you to remember that you're attuned to that universal wisdom. Like, it's things like this, channelers, rune casters, people like us are not apart from people like you. Everybody can do this. Everybody is connected to this universal consciousness, and that's you included. That's Ben, that's Michael, it's everybody on the planet has the ability to access this. It takes time and dedication to work towards it. It's not something that just happens. Excuse me. But if you ground yourself, and I think that's what this root chakra card is talking about. This root chakra card says that you need to work through the worldly part of yourself so that you can be connected to the planet at a deeper level. Not just I need food, I need water. Right now, I'm hearing that you're connected to the planet in survival mode. Like, well, I gotta be able to go somewhere. I gotta be able to live somewhere. I I gotta be able to eat. I gotta be able to do this. I gotta be able to do that. And it's all from a place of survival. It's not from a place of thriving. It's not from a place of living. It's not from a place of enjoying. So the root chakra card, which is the very bottom chakra, it's the one that's like right between your legs. It's the chakra that connects you to the earth in the understanding that you are of the earth. And just in the way that your mom, your human mom, cares about you, your earthly mother cares about you too. She, believe it or not, is aware of you and aware of your struggles and aware of your needs, and she wants to help you. Like, she doesn't like to see the struggles that you go through. And earth energy works a lot with your spiritual team to make things happen for you, but it's difficult when you're stuck in survival mode, because when you're stuck in survival mode, you are not opening yourself to the things that could help you grow and that could help you thrive. You're only limiting yourself to what do I need, not what do I want. So that's what I'm getting from that, is you need to start asking yourself more, what do I need, what do I want, not what do I need? Because your needs are met. Your needs are met. It might not be in the way that you want, but they are met. And once you start asking yourself, what do I want instead of what do I need, I think you'll be really amazed at how your needs being met are going to turn into your wants being met. Oh, I got a runny nose today. You got a lot of power here, man. Like, that's, which I've always thought. I've always felt it. I just also know that there's a lot that clouds over it. That's kind of knocked you down over the years. But I definitely see this solitary card here. I feel it telling me that you're at a point where you're over it. Really, really over it. I'm done. If I'm gonna be lonely, I might as well do it myself, you know? This is my Angels and Ancestors deck, which are always a beautiful deck. Okay. Ooh, yes. Okay, I got this card for your mom, too. Growing within your situation. Some humans have what we call destination happiness, where they feel like if they can just get to the next stage, then they'll be happy. If I can get this, then I will be happy. If I do this, then I will be happy. And while it doesn't hurt, while having more money, having a nicer house, having a car, having the ability to take care of yourself, while those things don't hurt in the quest for happiness, it's more important to learn to be happy where you're at. Because it's hard to explain these universal laws sometimes. If you have shown that you can't learn that lesson of happiness, then there's an awareness amongst the energy that will know, even if I give her this, it's not going to take her where she wants to be. And so, energetically wise, it would make more sense for me to focus on giving her this lesson in this moment so that she can acknowledge and pass it, and then she will be more accepting of this other thing that she wants. It's hard to explain. If that one doesn't make sense, ask me and I'll try to write it out. But anyways, growing within your current situation is really kind of the overall arc of this, you know, like you have a lot of energy. I mean, you got the Sun card right here, you've got the Trader card, and then I mix that with the Wise one, brightening and enhancing, cellular healing, talking with the Orcas, this Crystal Ascension card. Like, you have this surplus within you. And it's so very important that you figure out how to access that. because not only is it going to help you, but it's going to help everyone around you. It really is. This trader card tells me that you've got a really, really deep awareness of energetic exchange. And I don't know that it's necessarily something that you're super aware of yet. I think it's more kind of something that you feel in passing and you're like, oh, that was weird. All right, anyway, and you just kind of move on with it. But oh, it's there. It's there. I would definitely recommend getting outside more. I know that this is a hard one just because, like, it's been winter and going outside's just been kind of poopy in general, but the days we're starting to have some nice days here and there. And I think that helping to connect, a big one that I'm hearing is that you need to connect more with the earth. You need to spend more time quietly in general, and quietly connecting with the earth, with the planet. Because that's going to bring a lot of your healing. It's going to bring a lot of your awareness in, that you're not really sure of what you need and where you need it. She wants to talk to you. That's, like, I hear that. It's just, have you ever tried to talk to somebody who just keeps talking even when you want to talk? It's kind of how your mind is right now. Whenever she tries to tell you something, your mind is just so busy that you pass it off as just another thought. But you see clearly now. I think this year is going to be a really, really transformative year for you. This is the Owl Spirit. And the Owl Spirit is clarity. And that's at the center of your reading. You have a clarity now of who you are and who you want to be. And even though you don't know exactly how to get there yet, you don't know. Like, you're literally walking into it blind. But I think the important part about this is that you're willing to walk into it blind. There are so many people who say, well, I can't go unless I have a plan. I can't go unless, and that was, don't get me wrong, that was you before. You wanted to have things laid out. You wanted to have it hashed out. You wanted to have control of it and to understand what it was going to be. But you're coming to the top of the mountain where you're just so ready for that next stage that even though you don't see, you can see. Don't be scared of that part of yourself. You're powerful for a reason. You've got a lot of work to do. A lot of work that you'll enjoy doing. Sometimes when we say the word work, it's a little, ugh, but no, this is the Kassidy that will come from this will be, oh, I can feel her now. Mystical, wise, expansive as fuck. Like, I just see you with your arms outstretched on both sides, and like your hair is like blowing around you. All the beautiful crystals and rings. Like, the crystal ascension makes a lot of sense. I've never had that card come out with somebody where it just made so much sense in their physical appearance. But like, I see you with the little crystal crown and all that fun stuff. So, ooh, okay. I like to do a book divination. And this one came out on April. I don't think I've ever came out to because it's a month by month, day by day thing. So I'm excited to see what spring's going to bring you in a few weeks. Our lives are a series of unfoldings. Our struggle to be perfect at every stage of life is a common element of the human condition. What comes with age and wisdom is acceptance of our imperfections. We see that we develop at every stage of life. We can rejoice that we're unfolding according to the needs of our existence. Each day is ushering in new growth, subtle changes. Our transformation is lifelong and according to specifications known to the inner self, our connection to universal wisdom. Oh my God, are you hearing this? The changes we'll experience today are compatible with the new growth we adapted to yesterday. And likewise, what will come next week, next year, will will have been prepared for by this tiny transformation accumulated on this road to maturity. We are developing exactly as we need to each step of the way. And our fit, yours and mine, one with another, is perfect at every moment. I can't make this shit up sometimes. That's literally, yep. Kassidy 1 year ago set you up for Kassidy right now. And Kassidy right now is going to set up Kassidy in a year. It's ever changing, which is beautiful. Imagine if we couldn't change. But I'm excited. I see a very strong person coming through all of this. I see somebody who is freaking ready to get it. Ready to move into that light. So the last thing that I do is I got these little dicey dice. They're little 10-sided dice, so I like to roll, and then I give you a number, and then I like to let y'all look it up. Because I think each person kind of has their own flow that they gotta follow. So you've got the number 585. Sacred number 585. And if you wanted to look that up, like, angel number, spiritual number, whichever one feels right to you, definitely go with that. But it's 585. So, yep. I felt called to pull one more card off the deck. Release. Let go of that old boy. Let go of who you was. Make room for who you will be. Love it. I love you. Okay. Well, I hope this helped. Thanks for letting me do a reading for you. I love you. Bye.